Well, what's up, YouTube? This is Michael back at you again. Um, I make kind of a video. It's maybe almost 5 o'clock over here in Cambodia, Saturday evening. Been kind of a hectic week, a little bit for me. Even though I'm retired and I really don't have to do a whole lot, but um, I try not to let things bother me too much. I just try to take it and it just you know I take things in stride and just if I got an issue in my life, I just try to take care of it, best way I can, and do the best I can, and then go to bed and wake up the next day, jump right back on it again. So before I get going on that, I want to tell you guys thank you for watching my videos. I'm getting a few more people watching, so thank you guys very much. I know you have a lot of choices on YouTube, probably millions, and anyone that does uh, choose my channel to watch, man, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Leave a comment if you want to know about something, or I can, change anything, change the color of my shirt, anything you got, any comments you guys have, I do appreciate them. And if you can give me a thumbs up button and maybe a subscribe, that'd be cool too, man. I look at a lot of videos and I don't subscribe and I don't hit the thumbs up. I just look at the video and I just move on. So I understand. I understand. Um, I need to go to the USA. I've talked about that in a few videos. I got to take care of some stuff. And it's been kind of frustrating because I had to take care of some things. And now that I want to book a flight, it's almost Thanksgiving, Christmas, and you know how it works, man. Flights, uh, hotels, everything that you want to do around the holidays is going to be expensive because they know people have to travel and they're going to try to make as much money as they can. I understand that. So I was looking before, and I believe a round trip plane ticket was going to cost me from here to Portland, Oregon, maybe 1,300, and now they've jumped the price up to about 3,000. And then I looked again after the holidays in January, and it's back down to 1,300. So I'm probably going to be here for a bit longer. I don't want to pay I don't need to, I need to go, but I don't want to pay an extra $2,000 to fly, for the same airplane, for the same everything, so anyways, it's one of those things been kind of frustrating. I've been trying to call the Social Security office, the main number, and they told me I had estimated wait time was 1 hour and 20 minutes. And in the USA, you could just set your phone down and put your speaker on and, I don't know, wash dishes or watch TV. And when somebody comes on, they come on. But over here in Cambodia, to call on the phone, on just a regular telephone, not on the internet or anything like that, just on a regular telephone, it's about $1 a minute, maybe a little bit less than $1 a minute. So I'd be looking at pretty close to about $100 just to wait, hoping that I don't get hung up on halfway through the call, because then I got to go back and do it again. But I need to make an appointment. It used to be, you guys remember back in the day, you could just go to the Social Security office and you just take a number like a DMV and you go inside and they call your number and you go up to the window and you talk to them about whatever you want to talk to them about. But ever since COVID happened, it's not like that no more. Now you got to make an appointment. I plan on going to the Salem, Oregon Social Security office. It's a small, Salem, Oregon is about 50 miles south of Portland. Nice little city. It's got a small little Social Security office. I've never been there, but I looked online, looked at, I Googled it, like everybody does, and I looked at it. And they got a number there. They got their own phone number there. So I have to call and make an appointment, and I call, and it prompts you through, and it tells you if you want to speak to a representative, press, whatever, and then, the whole English Spanish thing. And I get to where I press the 0 for to speak to a representative, and it just hangs up on me. it just hangs up. So I really don't know what to do. And I told my wife I can't. I could book a one-way, but a one-way ticket is almost the same as a round-trip ticket, believe it or not. I don't want to have to do the one-way ticket, but then if I give myself a month, I don't know if I can get in to see the Social Security office and make an appointment within a month. I don't know how that works, and so if anybody knows how that works, you can just would you leave me a comment? Would you leave me a comment and help a brother out over here trying to get in to see somebody at the Social Security office? I need to do a change of address, and I've read on Reddit and a couple other places that I'm going to move everything from California up to Oregon, and I've read a lot that if you change your address into a different state, they're going to assume it's fraud, okay? And then they're going to stop your Social Security, and then it just turns into kind of more of a hassle. So anyways, I guess I have to go there. I'm probably going to wait till after the first of the year, wait for the prices to go down. I'm kind of, I don't want to say I'm sad. I'm kind of troubled. Here again, like I said, everybody in their life has struggles. I've had a bunch of mine. But for all in all, if somebody had to ask me, did you have a fun and happy life, or did you have a hardship and a lot of problems? I'd go with the fun and happy one. I have had some problems. Nobody goes through life without problems. But you know, for the most part, man, I've worked hard. I've had a lot of toys. The big boy toys. The trucks, the cars. But had a lot of different sport cars, a lot of different motorcycles and stuff, and lived a lot of nice places. Met a lot of nice people. Traveled a lot of nice places. So all in all, I've had a really good time. But the USA has changed. It's changed. And like I said, I really don't want to go back there anymore. I have no desire to ever live in the USA anymore. I'm watching all these videos of people just, they can't afford anything. And it's just not one or two. It's just video after video after video. I don't put them on my channel because first of all, I don't know how. They put the little box on the YouTube they're making, and they're letting somebody talk off of TikTok or something. I don't know how to do that yet. Maybe one day I will. I'll find. But for right now, I'm just kind of still kind of learning YouTube. What things to work and what things don't work. So, anyways, to get back, I see all these people making these videos. And I do believe them. I can see them in their cars. I can see them in their houses or kitchens or wherever they're at. And they're really struggling. They are really, really struggling, man. Try to make ends meet. I think child care is like $500-600 a week. I remember back in the day, man, if you made $500 or $600 a week, you could live nice. And that's not the case anymore. It's obviously not the case anymore. Some of these people have car notes. I watch a few of these videos. I'm sure you guys do too. Maybe you don't. But some people have car notes that are what I used to pay. What I used to pay in a mortgage, man. They got $1,000, $1,200, $900 car notes, and then they got their insurance, and insurance is another couple $300 a month. And it's like, man, I just can't. I can't imagine living like that. I've only ever bought one new car in my life. It was a 1990. This will tell you how long ago it was. It was a 1990 Buick Riviera. Man, it was a nice car, and I got all the bells and whistles with it, and it was a really nice car. And I really didn't like it. It was the only new car I ever bought. And after I had it for a couple of years, I think I financed it for 4 years. After a couple of years, I just didn't want to make that car payment anymore. Didn't want that full coverage thing anymore. So I thought, I'll just sell the car and I'll just get me something, nice used car again. I went to go sell that car, and back then they didn't have a Craigslist, or they had Auto Trader. You guys remember Auto Trader? Maybe they still have it online, but they used to sell a little magazine in the convenience stores called Auto Trader. And I put it in the Auto Trader, and I just kept. I signed up for the thing that they're keeping in there. I paid a little extra. They came out and take a photo of it, and I kept it in Auto Trader until I sold it. But every couple of weeks, I had to go down on the price a little bit, down on the price, down on the price, down on the price. I finally sold it, but I barely sold it for what I owed on it. I mean, I put down I put down a decent amount of money, and I took care of things. I take care of everything I own. I put some nice tires and wheels on it, put a nice stereo system in it, and had it for a couple of years. Really took care of it. Didn't have a lot of miles on it. I had another vehicle I used for work. But anyways, it was kind of my going out on Sunday afternoon, go dating car, whatever you want to call it. And I lost so much money on that car. I figured out all the payments I'd made, all the interest I'd paid, and I said, I'll never buy another new car again, man. I learned that trick. So anyway, for you younger people, don't buy a new car. Okay? Just don't buy a new car. Save your money, buy a used car, and you can just keep saving a little bit more, sell your used car, and then you can upgrade. But you buy a new car, man, you're just going to lose so much money. But I watch all these people on the videos. They're upside down on their cars. They're upside down on their houses. They can't, the grocery prices and electric prices and all the rest of that stuff. And all these situations, man, they're not going away. Okay, like I said before in another video, I don't care who you got as president. I don't care who you put in there, politician, Republican, Democrat. It doesn't make any difference. They're all going to tell you whatever you want to hear to get elected. And then when they get in, they got these elites telling them what to do, and military industrial complex and the treasury. They got people telling them what to do. They're just a figure. They're just a face to put under a name, At 67 years old, I've seen a lot of presidents, and not one of them has really done anything to change my life in a positive way, in any kind of way that I can remember. They promise all that stuff, and people are having to put groceries on their credit cards. The USA now is $37 trillion in debt. How are they going to pay that off, man? That is just an unbelievable amount of money. So I understand these people. They go in the store and they got kids, and the kids get sick, and then they got to go to the emergency care, and their co-pays, the insurance, and all the rest of that stuff. And it just piles up, man. Next thing you know, you need tires for your car, and you got to put it on a credit card, and maybe the HVAC. I listened to this lady this morning on the Dave Ramsey show. Her HVAC system had went out, and she leased an HVAC system. She didn't have the money to just buy it, so she leased it. I didn't even know you could lease an HVAC system. I wasn't aware of that, and neither was Dave Ramsey. He didn't know about it either. But anyway, she leased an HVAC system, and for 10 years, and when that 10 years is over, it's going to end up costing her about $64,000 for an air conditioning heating system, man, in a house. I bought my first house. I think it was $58,000 for the whole house, and these people are just racking up these bills right and left. I don't know what they're going to do with their student loans and all the rest of that stuff. And like I said, you guys saw in the thumbnail, man. You only get one life. That's all you get, one life. So you guys have to dig yourself out of it. Figure out a way you can try to make it work. Or my suggestion is, which is obviously why this channel is here, my suggestion is to leave the United States, because it has just gotten so expensive and so much, so many problems over there, and I don't foresee it getting any better. I watched another guy. I'm not going to use his name. Actually, I will. I'll use his name because he's on YouTube. You guys might know him. He's an ex-CIA officer. I think his name's Ed Bustamante. Anyways, he's getting ready to take his family out of the USA too, because he said he knows what's coming. And he won't say where he's going, which for obvious reasons. I wouldn't want to say that either. But you know, him being in the CIA and stuff, and he's on several YouTube channels, as you know, podcast type deals. And he said he's in the next couple of years, him and his wife are making plans. They're already making plans where they're going to move outside the USA, because he said he sees what's coming. It's not going to be a good life for his children, and a good life for him and his wife to live there. So I wish all you guys would reconsider. You know, I know it's difficult. I know it's kind of scary. I know when I moved over here, when I flew out of San Francisco International Airport almost 4 years ago. And as I looked out the window, it was I knew I was leaving. There was nothing. I had nothing left in the USA. Whatever I had in the USA was on the airplane with me. And that's kind of a scary thought, man, knowing I was moving overseas to another country, and had no plans on coming back. And for me to even go back would be so difficult at 67. I don't have a house or car. I ain't got nothing over there no more. So anyways, I know it's scary, but I think what's more scary is living a difficult life where you don't know if you're going to get laid off tomorrow. You really have no control over that. You know, I don't have to worry about getting laid off. I don't have to worry about none of those massive layoffs, and I don't have to worry about the insurance, the homeowners, HOA fees. I don't have to worry about none of this stuff going up. It's just not going to happen. So anyways, thank you guys again for watching my channel. I appreciate it so much. I'm trying to do this YouTube thing, and I had planned on heading to the USA towards the end of this month, but you know, you got Thanksgiving, and then you got Christmas time coming up, and all these airports and airlines and hotels, everybody, man, they're, you know, that's their money making season, right? So I'm probably going to have to wait till around maybe the 4th or 5th of January. Hopefully the government doesn't shut down. Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do. The government going to shut down again in January, but all have already hopefully taken care of my business by then. So like I said, if anybody out there knows how to do this scheduling thing to get an appointment at the Social Security Department, I'd really appreciate it if you would shoot me a comment or give me an email. Would be even better. I give my email address every one of my videos. It's live.cambodia@gmail.com, man. Shoot me an email if you guys know how I can make an appointment at without having to wait on the phone for an hour and 20 minutes on hold, man. That's some crazy ass stuff right there. So you guys have a good day, and I appreciate you watching my video, man. Thank you very much, and be safe out there. Okay.